Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning and we're back inside the shop right now. I'm not sure. Yeah, you may be able to hear the rain, but yeah, I woke up this morning and it started raining, so I'm gonna kind of wrap up some of the things I didn't get done Friday. The excavator is getting new teeth on the bucket, and I bumped this line earlier this week, and I actually thought it was, which it still may be a little bit leaking out of there, but this was just a hair loose. I tightened it up and it doesn't look like it's been leaking anymore on the ground, so we may kind of clean that up and let that ride. I found some new teeth on Amazon that are supposedly the same thing, but they don't look as nice as the last set of teeth that I got, which doesn't matter. Yeah, you can see how much those are worn out. And then here's the rock teeth. I'm gonna try these again, but I may just go back to the standard, the 230s, just the same style teeth as this right here, because these dig good through the rock, and I've had some pretty rocky jobs that I've been working on, but they also seem like they wear out pretty quick. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know, who knows if the quality is going to be there. But we'll give them a shot, and I'm going to carry a spare set with me. This is going to need, it's supposed to turn, but I've cleaned it all off and it's still leaking. I think it got hit or bent from there, so I'm gonna take it loose there, and then go get a new hose made. And my theory is the thumb is up, so that should have as least amount of fluid in there as possible. I don't know if having it kind of laying down this way, I don't know if that's a valve in there where it'll stop, or if it's just gonna keep oozing out. But yeah, we're getting ready to find out. That's that. Let me check the fluid. No, I don't think it didn't lose all that much. One thing down, 10 million to go. My fancy gold throttle lever. We'll start with that. And we'll do kind of a quick walk around. For Derek was asking if I was ever going to kind of show my shop, and I don't really like to because it's kind of embarrassing. Part of it, this is kind of my little corner here. I parked my two machines in here, and then like I said, I've got all my halfway organized crap in the corner. Got some shelving there, my grapple bucket, the preparator. But then all this other crap from those shelves over to those boxes. This is my aunt's stuff. She moved to a different house and is waiting on a garage to be finished. So hopefully that'll all go away. But then a lot of this other stuff's my dad's landscaping company, and then that's some of the crap that 7-Up has had in here for 2 years and they don't do anything with. But so yeah, as you can see, they got an old mower there that hasn't ran in, I don't know, 6 years or something. And then we kind of have all this controlled chaos and junk right along here. I took these 2 barrels or 3, what I put all my used engine oil in, and then a truck comes by every now and then and picks that up. But yeah, it's kind of a mess. I guess I really shouldn't complain too much. I'm able to keep my machines inside out of the weather and have a place to kind of work on them. Yeah, we'll jump off here. I have not changed this throttle deal. I thought about lifting in the cab and seeing if I can get to it maybe better from the bottom side. But I know there's like a lever or rod in there, and this just slides through with the nut on there. I believe it sits that way, so you can roll it back. But yeah, and what happened with the other one, it just right here where it was, it looks like it's welded in there or not. I guess it's welded on that end. It just slides in there, just snapped right off. We'll kind of venture through trying to change that. We're gonna flip the cab up and see if you can somehow get to the bottom. So you take this cover goes on right here. Get this one bolt that goes in there, and the other one goes in here. I just get the boom offset because the cab only comes forward just so far. But this thing started, it seems like. Yeah, it's just that easy. Here's the back side of the engine and the pumps and all the valve body. And I'm not seeing... Oh, wait. Just maybe. I'm not sure. I'll have to get inside and look. Or maybe I'll take that big nut off. And that, and that smaller one there, I got to take that loose, but that may be the back of the throttle, so I may be in luck. I don't know if you've seen any of my other, I'm not super mechanical. I've got a little bit of, kind of basic experience, I guess. When I was 18 to 22, I worked at a four-wheel drive shop and built Jeeps and did stuff like that. Lift kits and rear ends and taking out transmissions. So I guess I was more mechanical and everything then. Basically, I don't really have the patience on a lot of this stuff because there's not as much room. Usually it's in a real hard spot, hard to reach, and it's something I'm not real familiar with. But at the same time, I mean, stuff like this, I feel confident that I can figure it out, and just kind of, as long as you take it apart and put it back together the same way that it came apart, you'll be all right. I mean, now you get into like the real big mechanics of it, the pumps and valves and different things like that. I don't really feel comfortable tearing into one of those and trying to do anything with that. But like the services and some, like the pins and bushings and the loader arm, that's something I feel like I guess I can do and not screw up too bad. But I mean, there's been a few things on that. I've changed an alternator or starter on the loader. I got it done. I basically hated it the whole time because they're not, I try to understand everything's packed in these machines, so it's really difficult to have a lot of room. But like I said, I just don't have the right tools for a lot of it's part of the problem. And I don't have the patience, it seems. I just get aggravated when I can't get to a wrench or get a bolt with a wrench and get it loosened up or get it out of there. So then that kind of aggravates me. Same thing. I'm usually, in a hurry to get it done. It is what it is, but I also don't feel like paying a shop to put a throttle lever on, and part of mine's also the time, trying to find the time to take it in there to them. So some of the stuff's just kind of easier to dive in yourself and see what you can do. So I'll go find my wrenches and we'll get to it. Yeah, it's working its way off. It's just... See what I mean? I'm impatient. It's double nutted, that's why. Yeah, I got an impact, but I don't have like any kind of air ratchets or anything fancy like that. course, it's a little snap ring. Here goes nothing. I don't know the best way to... Alright, let's try not. Sweet. I didn't lose it, but I've got to be able to put it back on. Yeah, you can see that thing just broke off. Just smooth, which will probably happen again with the new one, but maybe not for a few thousand hours. It's maybe a little trickier. This is the part that I just hate it because there's no room. Holy cow. I got it snapped in there. Maybe it helps when I have you guys on the camera here. Because normally I would have just dropped that. I would like to get myself a nice set of gear wrenches, which I actually have at my shop at the house. I just don't ever remember to bring them here because you start bringing stuff down here, stuff kind of grows legs and walks off sometimes. I gotta get this like He-Man tight. I'll try that. I like to be a little bit. That's the safety lever that holds the cab up. Lay that down. Now you're ready to let the cab back down, which is a little easier than when you're trying to lift it up. Just like that. 2 bolts. Not really looking forward to the day that I have to replace those cylinders. They look like a pain to get to. And you got your other one up here. So yeah, the cab's fairly easy on this to flip up. I mean, it does allow more room, but it's still kind of limited. And now we come in the cab for the final touches. And then that pops on the end. I'll have to kind of work at this a little bit more. Yeah, you get that down in there, and yeah, then we're good to go. We'll fire it up here in a little bit and try it out. But yeah, now it'll be nice. You can just have my throttle lever back. So it's a little stiff. I mean, it'll loosen up as you use it. That will get it on that repair. it's on there. As you can see, the thumb is not, but it is a nice tight fit. Just a few issues. This flange, or I can get in where you can see it, needs to be on this side. That's how it is on the bucket, and that's how the width of the thumb here is made to fit over there, because the thumb won't go on now because this piece is wider and that's in the way. So I'm actually gonna take it over to a friend of mine. We're gonna cut that off. I got a new collar or flange coming. I'll have to grind that down and weld it on there. And then the second issue is where the pin system goes in. That'll fit down like that, and this pin is what goes through there. The only problem is where that needs to go. I got to cut or notch out some of the bucket to make room for this to fit in there, so I probably won't ever use that hole, which is fine. This thing's made and they're designed just to go in this hole. This one just allows you to curl the bucket more, like when you're loading trucks and stuff, but which I don't do a ton. I mean, it'll load mine just fine. It's just like the bigger tandems, it'll be harder to do. But if I'm gonna load that, I'll usually put myself up on a pile, but it's actually quicker to load the truck with the loader, so I'm fine with that. So it's not I mean, I'm kind of excited. It was on there, it worked, but now we're gonna just do a little modification. But I thought there was gonna be a different kind of mechanism, but yeah, it's just kind of a free, there's no spring or nothing, but it just clamps up over there. I mean, it'd be a decent design. There's nothing to really, I guess, wear. I guess it could wear right there, but I'm just gonna have to modify the buckets, and then like I said, cut that collar off, put it on the other side, which isn't a huge deal, but I'm gonna have to take it back off, take it over there to them, and it may be later this week I'll get it back. And then when I do, we'll cut that out and hopefully work. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty nice. So now we'll take it all back off and go from there. Tomorrow is gonna be back to, I got some water lines to go dig where I dug those footings, because it rained here for half the morning and it's about too muddy to do any dirt work. I got 3 yards I'm supposed to have done this week, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, so for the last couple days I got my maintenance caught up on these. Hopefully later this week I'll have my quick coupler back and fixed, and we'll get another video of actually putting that on. I'll show you guys how it works and kind of what needs to be done there.